Act 2-4, Lethal Dusk. So this is actually a really difficult level. The great part about it is, with the right tools and with the right knowledge, you can circumvent a lot of this area, and my expertise in this game is really going to shine. Here's a did not even touch him chainsaw kill, my favourite. Almost as good as the 360 spinning curb stomp. And here's his rifle. So get used to using this, guys, because it's one of the best weapons in the game. It's just a frustrating weapon when you miss. So there's one guy left. He's a grenadier with a shotgun. I put him down. See you later. And then when you push over here, there's going to be a spawn of, I think, 4 locusts. There's a lot of them, and it's really bullshit because the cover's terrible. Dom repeatedly gets downed, and there's not a lot of ammo here, so you can use all your ammo before they're dead. And one strategy is to get onto the device and start spinning it and get to the middle, but to do that on Insane, sometimes you can die. So this is an area of the game that I really don't like, personally. And if the krill were out, you could just shoot the light, and the krill would kill him, but the krill aren't out, so it's one of those really weird conceits where you have to do this. But fortunately for us, if you get an active with a long shot, even on Insane, on standard grubs, if you shoot them anywhere in the body, you'll kill them instantly. It is a one-shot kill with an active. Never, ever shoot them in the head, guys, when they're wearing helmets. It's a waste of a bullet. I believe the active can sometimes go through the helmet, but I've hit them multiple times and it has done nothing. So if you ever see a locust that's wearing a helmet, just shoot him in the body or shoot him in the leg or shoot him somewhere. If you hit them twice in the leg, they'll die. Twice in the arm, they'll die. Things like that. But this is one of those sequences that I don't think anybody likes because it's either maybe fun in co-op, but even then, you're getting shot while you're really vulnerable, and it's just... There's no checkpoint, so it's easy to die. It's awkward to get off the machine quickly and get into cover. Like, the amount of times you'll try going into cover and you'll still get shot. It's one of those... I just think it's a shit section in a game that is immaculately designed. But now, it gets better, because now the krill are out. And if you don't know what the krill are a species of some kind of bat that come from underground, and they attack anything that goes into shadows, but they abhor light. So... on this level, from now onwards, if you go anywhere that's dark, you can die. And it's really quick, too. You'll get stunned, and then they'll kill you. You can use it to your advantage to kill the opponents, and you can also do some weird, stupid shit that I used to do when I was younger, where you just mess around with the krill to try and get them to nearly kill you, but getting away from it. Things like that. Like, right there was me getting tagged real close to death, but luckily the krill came and saved my ass. And I liked the krill. I thought they were really interesting in this game. And then the light mass bomb goes off and, oh, they went extinct. Like, why? They were such a cool thing. I always wanted to get a locust weapon that fired krill. Can you imagine that? That should have been great. But once you get off of here, you get your checkpoint. And then we can continue the rest of the game. So this is another technical seal. Look between the gap in the car and the cover. Seal the hole. End of the fight. Didn't fight a single guy. Pretty cool, right? And this is the part where I decided to use the ball talk, so fear me. But this section here, when you move towards this cover, you'll see the spawn. There it was. There's a guy on the turret. Something to note about Gears of War 1, guys. The guy on the turret has a helmet. It is a special turret helmet that makes it so that when you shoot at him, you don't generally get registry from it. The solution to this is to shoot him in the neck or shoot him in the body. 2 leg shots will do it, one with an active, or just shoot him in the throat. That works really well too, but it's finicky. So... the best way to take him out is as I'm doing right now. Supersede his armor. And the easiest way to tell you're going to hit is when the reticle goes red. If the reticle doesn't go red, it doesn't matter what your eyes are telling you, you will miss. And a couple of other things about the sniper rifle as well, guys. Because the enemies are so accurate on Insane, you are going to get view kicked. What you want to do is you want to intentionally delay your first shot so that you get view kicked, and that your shot centers so that you don't miss your bullet. If you do it incorrectly, you'll just miss every time. Here's another tricky seal. Aim between those 2 pieces of concrete, and boom, fight is over without a single enemy coming out of the hole. Second encounter completely skipped. But the sniper's kinda awkward for that. So never ever try to pop shot and things of that nature, because they'll shoot you so fast your pop shot will go nowhere near where you were aiming. It's just how the game works, guys. And because the enemies are so good with it, the only real way to get around it is to use the third-person cover trick to clip around the edges. And if you ever played Canals, if you ever played Fuel Depot, if you ever picked up a sniper rifle in Gears, you will no doubt have noticed that the snipers always hugged the cover rather than being in cover. Because if you eked out ever so slightly, you could shoot your sniper rifle without even showing your head. And that's where the origins for me as a player, the origins of using this edge clip clipping, this third-person cover trick that I talk about in a lot of my walkthroughs. This was the game that taught me how to do it, that brought it to my attention. And it's an exploit of how the camera works. And in Gears of War 1 particularly, your bullets do not come out of the end of your gun. They come out of the center of your screen. And it leads to these wonderful weird moments where if someone's behind you and their head is in the middle of your screen, when you fire looking away from them, you'll kill them. Because that's how weird the game is. And there's so much interesting shit like that, legacy stuff with Gears, like with hitboxes when you go into cover and things. There's a very good reason why in the multiplayer you never blind fire, because they can shoot your head, and it's just bad news, right? There's so many features like that. Like, a lot of the ways to get better at a game, especially when it's something with nuance and technicality to it, look at that helmet shot when I shoot him in the neck, lovely, is to fight against humans. Because I know some people don't like multiplayer, and that's fine, it's not for everybody. I prefer multiplayer when I play with friends. By the way, guys, this is one of the most difficult rooms in the game right here to seal. So I've got a lovely technique coming up to show you. But the thing that the computer will never teach you is what to do when things are different. Like, humans can react dynamically to every change, and they'll force you into situations you won't face against the AI, because the AI doesn't know how to do it. Watch this. This shouldn't work, but it does. If you run across towards this tree, the krill don't kill you. It's a safe spot. So you don't have to use the lighting, and you can seal that hole without a fight taking place. And that's a really tricky encounter, because the amount of people that come out of that hole is ridiculous. It's like Mary Poppins' bag. So that's a massive skip right there to get past that entire fight by using skillful boomshot placements. I absolutely adore it. But the one thing that fighting against other players teaches you even more so is all the tricks that you use against the computer, players use against you, and you learn when you're safe, when you're not safe, and it puts you on a much elevated level than you were before. And all of these skills that you get from sharpening against other humans, you will benefit against the AI, because you look at situations differently, you think about environments differently, it changes the way you play. And it's all really important if you want to improve. If you don't want to improve, it doesn't matter at all. But if you do, and you should do, be careful of the wretches here. There are 2 wretches that spawn to try and catch you out, and if you're too quick, it depends on where they are. So always punch them. I'm using the Boltok because the Boltok is really swaggy, even though I hate it. And I'd love to know who it was that designed this game, because one Boltok shot should kill a wretch. The gun fires slowly, it demands accuracy, and it sounds awesome. However, it doesn't kill wretches in one bullet, and that to me is preposterous, because it's really fun to use. And I don't know if it's just when they're climbing or what, but it's really bizarre, because on the missions that are exclusive to PC and Ultimate Edition, you know, the added missions with the Brumac and everything, there's a section where the wretches are climbing across the roof, and you have to shoot them twice. And it just feels bullshit. Why would you have to shoot them twice? Anything you shoot them with at that point should make them fall off and die. That's just how games should be, right? But apparently not. But here's another emergence hole that you can seal quickly and avoid the fight. Just push forward into the middle ground, wait for it, and then chuck it between those 2 dividers. And then once you come in here, you can refill your grenades, and we can move on to the end of the mission and the next mission. It looked easy, didn't it, guys? But it's not. It takes a lot of understanding to do what I did in that video, and I hope that it helps, and I hope you can recreate it. And then once you do, you'll never play it the same again when you're trying to get through Insane. Thank you for watching. You take care now.